Hello my thirsty friends, this morning I'm with Etienne Seignovert. So thank you very much for welcoming me today and introduce us a bit of your wine and history. First of all, I had to climb a little bit this morning to reach your estate. You seem to be a little bit out of let's say nowhere.
Yeah, completely.
So we had a little bit chat before, and while you explained me that in fact yes, you fit in 20 pays des collines rhodaniennes, but somehow this is just geographically because you are more on the central massif. And then different soil, different climate.
So I started at the end of 2019. At first, I just took a small amount of vines. I developed as well a négoce, which is to buy some grapes from friends to mine. I started here, so it's La Ferme des Chapeliers. It's an old farm which my parents bought in 1998. So this farm is 500 years old. So it's really full of history, and they always have had wines and vines here. There is an old pressoir, I don't know how to say it in English, but
press machine.
Yeah, press machine, yeah. And old tank in wood. So yeah, it's pretty special to make wine.
Yeah,
here.
but on the way up, I've not seen any sign of any wineries.
No.
So
in this area, in the commune of Saint-Martin-des-Mille-Plains, we are two winemakers, and I'm the only one with officially with vines here. I have plenty of neighbors who are not very far, who do really great wines. But yeah, on this strict area, I'm the only one.
okay.
So yeah, we are 500 meters altitude here, and so that's why it's really windy today also.
Yeah,
but
I can feel it's fresher as well. Are you doing all the vinification here?
Yeah, I started doing a bit of the vinification at a friend's cellar, because I didn't have all the room I needed here, and all the material as well. So yeah, it's a bit for now.
It's work in progress. As
yeah,
we say.
It's a work in progress. Yeah.
So most of your wines are sold as a Vin de France,
yeah.
If I understood, but you also produce a bit of Saint-Joseph.
Yeah, yeah. The Saint-Joseph is coming from vines of a friend of mine, which is Guillaume Monnier. It's a really beautiful estate just north from here, and it's a small parcel of approximately 2,000 meters
square.
Yeah. But yeah, Saint-Joseph, I really love this appellation because it's full of history, and it's a rough soils. It looks a bit like here it's majority of granite. I don't know.
Granite, yes, yeah. Yes.
Of granite, and granite which is really like sandy.
Yes.
And so it makes difficult soils with a small produce of grapes each year.
And is it very steep as well?
Yeah, it's very steep as well. The parcel that I'm working on is it's not full in the full steep. It's a bit
midway.
It's a bit cool, yeah.
Okay.
So it's alright, but
you work everything by hand. Everything is natural.
Yeah, everything by hand. Everything is done in an organic way.
Do you use any sulfites in your wines at the bottling or at any?
For the sulfites, it really depends, because to me it's a bit a fake problem. You can put a small amount of sulfites if the wines need it. It's really my opinion, but I don't see this year in 2021 I did maybe 80% of the wines are without any sulfite added, but for 20% of them, if I sense that the wine is a bit fragile or will need a bit sulfite to keep the
keep your
distance.
freedom to do it. Here we are in the tasting room with Etienne. So we tried his full range. So let me show you a little bit about his wines. So we started with Le Murmure de l'eau, which is a very funky wine. Tell us a bit about the story about this wine, which is a blend of wine from the region and from Savoie.
So Le Murmure de l'eau is the thing. I started to do it at my first vintage, so last year in 2020. And I used to vinificate it and age it separately, and I liked both of them, but on the Jacqueres it miss on the grape variety Jacqueres it was really straight, really with a big amount of acidity, but it miss maybe a bit of strength, and the Marsanne was quite the opposite. So it was really round with a nice fruit flavor, really floral, but no acidity. It was really short in mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to blend it. I did the cooking stuff, and it actually get along really well. So I chose this last year to blend it, and I did it again this year, and I will do it again forever now. I like this one because it's the first wine that I bottled at my first vintage. So it was my first wine to tell people, okay, let's taste that. It's my one, and it's really fresh, really easy drinking. You have a lot of acidity. You have a lot of food flavor as well, bring by the Marsanne. So yeah, it's a
good glue.
Yeah.
And this is something unique. I mean. Blend of Savoie and Rhone Valley, fantastic idea, and I really agree on it. You know, it's perfect summer wine. Then you, I mean, unfortunately, you had last year a lot of hail, and you lost quite a bit of your production.
Yeah.
So as you say. At the beginning, this wine was meant to be 100% Roussanne,
yeah.
But okay, there was no production, and you managed to get your friend to sell you some of his Chardonnay from Savoie, which you found amazing.
This one is more, there is just a bit of oaky, but with the amphora it's really mineral as well. This one is more for maybe for to eat with. You have a lot of complexity. It's a bit round as well. You have the texture in the mouth is it's really really sweet, even if there is really zero sugar.
Mm-hmm.
It's really dry.
But the nose definitely displays something much more sweeter. I mean, I kind of get, you know, some apple, like kind of baked apple, but even if it's sweet on the nose. And let me just show you again this one, so which is called Hiver sur la Lune, and which you like so much, might remain always 100% Chardonnay in the future. We'll see. Then our first red is Ombre Lumiere. So maybe your easiest red wine to drink on a daily basis. From the south, from Le Gard.
Three grape variety, it's Viognier, 30% of Viognier, 40% of Grenache, and 30% of Syrah. All vinificate separately. That's a cuvée that I did with Thibaut Capellaro, which is a friend of mine. He's a winemaker in Condrieu. And we do that together. The point was to have easy drinking red, but with a lot of complexity, because there is four different kind of vinification, and it's aged in barrels, demi-muit, in a tank. So it's easy drinking, but also you have this complexity, and that's what we were looking for at the beginning for this one.
Then some other wines which are a little bit more, I don't want to say serious, but with a bit more structure. So the first one, which is called Première Lecture, which is 100% Merlot.
Yeah,
100% Merlot. Okay, the wine was just bottled yesterday, so I would say the aromatic was there, but I mean the mouth still needs a bit of time to settle down. I
really like the texture of this wine. It's not ready yet because it just been bottled.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a wine that I will do every year, because I really like this grape variety, even if it's not really famous those days.
I mean, those two wines which we are now looking at are coming from around the estate, which is a higher altitude, 500 meters high. So it's kind of cool climate here.
Yeah.
That's why you mentioned you get a bit of, let's say, I mean, it's actually a good area for Merlot.
Yeah.
And that you have a little bit of this vegetal character which you can get. Kind of interesting wine, but which I will advise to wait a little bit to get its full potential. And now the Gentil monster, so cute. So again, some Merlot with some Syrah.
Yeah, Merlot Syrah 50-50. This one is a more powerful wine. There is a bit of dark fruits. It's vinificate more during more days. It's maybe this one is maybe quite between 12 and 15 days maceration. So yeah, it's there is more structure. It's more dark. And but I really like it, and that's why I called it Gentil Monstre at the first time, because it's like it keeps my way of seeing the reds. I really want red to be quite easy drinking, but yeah, it has also this power and this ability to go past the years. And
so yes, kind of duality. Yes,
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
easy, but don't get me wrong. I also can have some power and show you that I can be more just as a glue or something. For it's definitely a wine which, I mean, have potential and can be very interesting if we manage to keep some of it in our cellar.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, wonderful. Just to finish, just to show you. The label of the Saint-Joseph, which we tried earlier in the cellar on Attendant la Nuit. I mean, wonderful wine. Of course, I mean, 2020 very dry, very concentrated vintage. 2021, of course, more light, fresh. So yes, if you have the chance to buy those two vintage, start drinking 21 and keep the 2020, and you will be rewarded. Well, thanks, Etienne, for showing us around to offer us to try, the full range of your wines, which were, I mean, very unusual and very well made. Can feel a lot of passion, energy. Thanks again, and stay tuned for the next visit. Bye bye.